Hello, Marc and JD with you after a 2-week hiatus here. That's
Mark,
on me. I was
Mark.
sick.
Mark, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh my god, I
I
barely
said,
recognize you.
I know, right? I know. So I just sent you a thing because I just saw it as we were counting down.
I saw it.
Episode 76 here. It was Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA or whatever he's doing these days. That douchebag said today, the higher the building, the more liberal the voter. It just is. The closer to the ground you are, the more conservative you are. So
Look at how
essentially, tall
big his
buildings
fucking
make
head
people
is.
liberal.
Look how big his fucking head is.
I know.
He looks like, and the picture they had, like
His
the
face is like so small for his gigantic head.
yeah, he has such a weird head. Such a strange. We've talked about him so much
I
in the
know.
past year.
Well, he was Mustard Man and Ketchup Boy, right? What was it?
Was it Matt
Was
Getz?
it him?
Was it him and Matt Getz?
Maybe. Is it
I don't
Getz? I
remember.
thought it was Gates.
No, I think it's Getz. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. I don't want to talk too much about Matt Gates.
Nah, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
That
fuck
weirdo.
that guy. Yeah, last week I was sick. I had terrible, horrible allergies, so bad that I could not breathe.
Welcome to my world. Welcome.
They gave me some steroids and it cleared me right up. And
Yeah.
oh, I'm smelling like The Rock. I can smell what he's cooking.
You know what's weird? You bring up The Rock. My kid runs around the house singing that stupid fucking song that him and Tech Nine did. Like not the curse word parts. Take what's ours. Blah blah. Like that fucking. I'm like, why do you know this?
Because it's on
fuck?
TikTok and shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't watch fucking TikTok. But it's on fucking Spotify.
It permeates. It permeates.
Permeates
Anyway,
everything.
You had stuff you wanted to talk about, right?
Yes, I had so we were going out to eat tonight. We're like, we're gonna go somewhere like
somewhere new?
No.
Somewhere. Or Applebee's, despite the fact that they're very low on our chain restaurant rankings. You go there often.
Haley likes Applebee's sometimes. I don't know why. I hate it there. I like a good Brutus every now and then, but I can't.
I know you go just to drink. I get it.
Most of the time, yes. I need to turn this fucking fan on. It's hot as balls in here. But no. So we were gonna go to Chili's, secondary choice. But we're like, nah, we're gonna skip Chili's. And then the same shopping center is a Five Guys. So we're like, all right, we'll go to fucking Five Guys. I like a good Five Guys. But a burger. You get whatever you fucking want.
17,000 French fries.
17,000 Cajun fries, some ketchup and some peanuts. You're good to go. But the kid won't eat there. He won't eat the food for some reason. He's just picky eater. I know, but he's a picky eater. He won't eat plus
you're spending the same way though. It's like it's a burger. They're all basically the same.
So of course,
McDonald's, Burger King.
Yes, exactly. So we go to McDonald's, right? And I order the kid a Happy Meal. And I order the kid an extra burger because he'll eat 2 cheeseburgers most of the time.
Jesus Christ! Why are you getting him a Happy Meal? Don't you get? I guess they don't have the big kids meal anymore, do they?
No, wasn't that Burger King who had the big kids meal?
No, they had a big kids meal. It was like you get like a double cheeseburger.
No, he can usually just eat a double cheeseburger, but I wanted to get him like a drink and all that shit too. So, we just whatever. So we go through the drive-through. I pay the lady or whatever, and Haley had something on the McDonald's app to get the Happy Meal for free. So it's like, whatever, free Happy Meal and the extra burger. So I paid $1.80 for a fucking burger, which is absolutely insane. I give her $2, literally 2 singles. Okay.
Oh, single, not ones, but singles.
the girl at the fucking window hands me a penny and she goes, stop. She goes, sorry, I don't have any change. I said, wait, what? I'm like, how does that work exactly? So I'm like, okay. I go up to the next window and Haley's like, can you ask her what the fuck that means? And she goes, I asked the girl at the window. So I'm like, so the girl back there said that you guys don't have any change. She owed me 20 cents. She gave me a penny. She's like, she leans back and talks to somebody. Hey, do we have any change? And she comes back to the window and goes, yeah, we don't have any change.
Like, what the they don't have any change in the entire store.
No change. Apparently no change.
I don't
at
think there's
all.
still a change shortage, is there?
No, there is not a change shortage. I get change. I mean, even when I was with Walgreens, we got change every fucking week. It didn't matter. But how do you run out of fucking change? First of all, give me 20 fucking pennies. I mean, it's not even about the 20 cents. I don't give a shit. Whatever. But I mean, it's like the
They
weirdest fucking
they could have
scenario of
said
all
something
time.
like, you know, we don't have change before they paid, before
Like,
you paid. I get it. It's only 20 cents. It's not a
what if
big.
I paid? What if it was like $1.12 and she owed me,
I'd be
whatever,
pretty
eight?
pissed. Like
Yeah,
90 cents, that
yeah,
adds up over
yeah,
time.
exactly. Like, that's almost $1. Like, fuck you, idiots.
It's
Then
like it's like they have a short in the drawer and they're trying to correct it with as much cash as they can possibly get.
yeah, it's fucking retarded. So that was one thing. The second thing is my $1 billion idea. Which
Billion,
I think
billion.
I think we should go to Shark Tank with this. Actually, I don't know. We'd have to get like
We need like a product and say we don't.
no,
If
no,
we
no.
don't,
It's
I
not a
bought you the.
product. It's not a product. It's not a product.
If you
It's an
have
idea.
we have sales. If you don't have sales, they're gonna be like
We
no.
would have 1,000 sales a day, an hour probably, if you think about it. So
1,000 sales an hour.
let me ask you: do you like going to Home Depot and Lowe's?
No, fucking no.
Exactly. Would you like going to Home Depot and Lowe's if you can go in there and the garden center had an open bar? Like, just not an open bar. Okay, let me rephrase that. A full bar that you can go up to and order, be like, yeah, I'll take a Tom Collins. And you get to walk around Lowe's with a fucking Tom Collins. Not only would you have more an enjoyable time, because there's no, like, you go and get any drink you want, but you would let your wife buy whatever the fuck she wanted to buy. So yes,
It's a terrible idea. It's a
yeah,
terrible idea.
for us. But think about it. For Home Depot or Lowe's, $1 billion idea.
Do you really want to have alcohol near power tools?
Yes. Yes, I do.
No, the liability alone
You
is
can't
insane.
use them anyway.
You're
I'm not
telling
saying-
me, dude, at least 25% of the shoppers there are already drunk, probably.
I don't know about 25% seems high. I would say
I
maybe
don't
12,
know. In certain
15.
states, I bet you they're definitely had a couple drinks.
So
You're telling me that if you were in the middle of a project, which I don't really do a lot of home renovation stuff, and you're drinking, and you just shit, I need to go get something. You're definitely a few drinks in already.
Yeah, but I'm not going there. I'm not going to go anywhere if I'm a few drinks in anyway.
You might, because we have senses of decency.
And I'm not a moron. But yeah, but if you think about it, if like you go to, they have something called like a Lowe's Foods here, or in North Carolina, Lowe's Foods.
Lowe's Foods? What is that?
Yes. So, but they had you could go there and drink.
Is it Lowe's? Is it owned by Lowe's, or is it like a separate thing?
It's a separate thing, but it's like you could walk around the grocery store with a drink. Like a glass of wine. Yes. Like a glass of wine or a beer.
Dude, they didn't even allow sales of liquor in a grocery store here until like a couple years ago.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying, and they have this place called Farmer Joe's up here now that does samplings of wine. So, I mean, it's not off the beaten path. I mean, you could literally, I'm not saying it's safe. Okay, there's like you could stab somebody with a hoe or a fucking garden rake or whatever.
It definitely would be like a 1 drink limit.
I mean, you'd have to be able to like get a couple at least, or at least pregame before you go.
I don't like this idea at all. Why were you at Home Depot and you're like, man, I wish I had a drink right now? Is that what you?
I just thought about it as we were like driving. I'm like, babe, you know what a great idea would be? You know how much shit I'd let you buy if I was drunk when we went to Lowe's or Home Depot? Like how many plants you'd be able to buy?
Fucking don't need any more goddamn plants.
No, we don't need any plants. But you know how many plants I'd let her buy if I was drunk? I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Just buy whatever try whatever you want. I don't care. Give me another beer. It's fine.
Give me another beer.
Give me another beer.
There's nobody stopping you from like slapping a koozie on a truly hard seltzer and just walking around a Home Depot koozie on that sumbitch and just walking up and down the aisles with it. Who's going to stop you? You can never find an employee when you want one anyway.
You're not wrong, actually. Home Depot is nefarious when it comes to finding employees.
God forbid you need something off a top higher shelf or something.
Man,
you're never going to find an employee. You got to hit the button. You might get an employee. You'll get somebody from a different department that says, I don't know this department, but I'll help you.
Oh, I don't know how to cut
keys. Mark Thunderin.
I'll cut one for you, but it won't work in your door because I don't know how to do this. You know, I've had that happen before.
I don't like those stores. We have a brand new hardware store that opened up, I want to say, a mile away from my house.
It's
Yeah,
gotta take it's gotta take balls to open a hardware store.
well,
It's
it's turning into a chain. It's the third store that they have. So they
what's
have
up?
two.
What is it?
It's called Paul B.
I've
Paul
never heard of
B.
it.
Hardware. Well, I've never been there. You know, I see the specials and the circulars that come home. I don't do a lot of home improvement stuff anyway. But if I needed to get something quick, it's right there. I might go and get it. I was driving by Sunday, and I'm like, man, there's nobody there. It's because they're closed
On Sundays.
on Sundays. They're
they're probably a
Christian,
Christian-owned company like
but
Chick-fil-A and
right,
Hobby
like,
Lobby.
but for a home improvement market, Sunday has got to be a huge fucking day. People are home. They want to do home improvement shit.
You said it's called Paul B?
Paul B. Hardware. PaulBHardware.com. And dude, if you go to this website and you scroll down a little bit, it's all fucking Jesus. Like, holy shit. So much Jesus.
They sound like real products. It's not like they're selling garbage. It's not like they're a Harbor Freight selling like penny fucking screwdrivers.
They sell real thing, but like my buddy went there yesterday. I said, you go there? He's like, not really. He went there, he needed some quick read. A 50-pound bag of quick read. Quick read, you know what I mean?
Yes, concrete that's in
right,
a bag that you mix with water. Yes.
Right, the quick set,
yes.
The quick setting stuff. It was $6.43 at Lowe's. It was $14.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like that
$14.
That place is never going to stay in business because they can't afford to buy as much. Like Walmart, like knocks everybody out of commission because you can't afford to buy 18 pallets of shit. You can only afford to buy one, so you have to mark that shit up.
A dollar or two difference is fine.
$7 is a little excessive.
More than double, almost triple the price is ridiculous.
I would say so. No, that place won't be in business much longer because Lowe's and Home Depot
built it. They just built like a big brand new store.
Who's the moron who decided to build a fucking hardware store when you have Lowe's and Home Depot?
It's in an area where neither of them are.
Yeah, but I mean, they have to be within driving distance somewhere.
It's like a 15-20 minute drive. So for convenience, people might go there, and I can see that. I think they might be more competitive on sale items, but if it's not on sale, like, oh my God, I was like, this is ridiculous. And they have weird hours.
What's funny is like you have Ace Hardware still around, and you get some.
We have an Ace Hardware. We have Tractor Supply too.
We have Tractor Supply. You have some weird deals at an Ace Hardware. Like I got really, when we were having a garage sale before we moved, we got those really big folding tables for like $15 a piece, and they were like regular,
like a 6-foot table or a 4-foot card table.
No. They're like 6-foot tables.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's a good deal. I mean, like $15 a piece online, only special. You order them, they deliver them to the store. You go pick them up. It's like.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with Harbor Freight. Okay, if you need something for a 1 or a 2 or 3 time use, there's nothing wrong with it.
Harbor Freight is known for their like 84 pack of batteries for $5 that you can buy, like the wash batteries.
Who cares? And like, right, if it doesn't last long, who cares? You only paid $5.
It's like going to like Dollar Tree and buying an 18 pack of batteries, and you knowing that you're gonna have to put all of those batteries in whatever you're putting it in for the next 5 days because they're all gonna die.
I would always buy my 9-volt batteries from Dollar Tree for like smoke detectors.
Your house is gonna just be on fire one day. It's like,
well, I mean, I
just replaced that.
I mean, it does beep. I actually just did replace all the smoke detectors in the house, like the whole smoke detectors, because they have a shelf life,
Yes.
They only last so long. And I pulled it down. We've been living in this house for like 7 years now, and I pulled it down, and it was like 2010, manufactured 2010. And it was, I think 10 years is the shelf life. I think I was trying to get all new ones, and I got ones that have a 10-year battery.
Is there a shelf life for smoke detectors?
Yeah. Just like there's a shelf life for carbon monoxide detectors.
That would be the way to go. 10 years or 5 to 7 years, depending on the model. So you probably could have died.
What, the smoke detector, you mean?
It says 5 to 7, depending on the model.
But I know that it worked because I fucking apparently, I don't know what it is. The one by the kitchen is so sensitive. It's like, it won't even be smoky, and it's like, what am I about to say? It's smoky in here.
Well, like I know you've been in Florida houses before. How big the vaulted ceilings and shit in these houses
Mhm.
are? They're massive. Like the smoke wouldn't even reach the fucking ceiling before I got the back door open and let the smoke out if there was
Yeah.
something going on. I don't burn shit very often unless I forget about something or something drips
I'm
in the
not burning
oven.
thing. It's just I cook it and it just smokes up. I don't know.
It's like baking just flying through the ceiling. It's
Yeah,
great.
smoking up.
So I'm saying, I think we should push that idea through.
No,
Bars
I mean
inside Lowe's.
you'd have to have you'd have to start your Paul B. Jim D. Hardware.
Jim
Come
D
and drink.
Hardware. Come and get drunk and
You won't
buy
even
some
notice
power
that we're
tools.
charging you 3 times the price.
I won't even charge them 2 times the price. I'm just gonna sell them shitty power tools when they're
They also
drunk.
close at 4 p.m. on Saturdays.
No
What's up with that?
returns. That sounds awesome. I want to work there. That sounds great.
Well, they'd open at 6:30 in the morning.
Ugh. I don't like going in 6. 6 is tough. At least you get out early, but I mean, it's fucking tough. But they probably have a lot of shit to unload.
They probably do a lot of like contractor services, you know?
That's what Home Depot is known for, really, is contractor services. They get a lot of contractors like 6 o'clock in the morning to come in there and pick up all their shit, place an
Or
order, come pick it up.
There are certain hardware brands or certain brands that do not sell through Lowe's and Home Depot.
Well, it's weird because Lowe's now sells like Craftsman, which they
Well,
never did before.
they bought it. They bought the
bought
name.
it. Yeah, they bought it because Sears is going out of business. But yeah, there's a lot of like I think what is it, Ryobi that Home
I think
Depot
I sold at
sells,
Lowe's or
and then
what's one of them?
Still or whatever however you say STIHL is what Lowe's
I
sells.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think Still sells through any of them. Yeah, you can't buy steel still. I don't know at Lowe's or Home Depot. You still can't buy it. It's been 20 years since they've been advertising that.
What is the name of Lowe's thing?
What Lowe's thing? Their brand Cobalt.
Cobalt, that's right. Well, yeah, Walmart sells Cobalt, don't they?
No,
Yeah, they do.
they don't.
Pretty sure. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Ha ha.
Since when? Did they really?
Yes, they do. I'm on their website right now. Yes, because I forget what I bought.
When?
What did I buy from them?
I thought it was I thought it was only Lowe's.
This is the weirdest.
Maybe they start maybe since they bought Craftsman that they started pushing out Cobalt to other places.
Maybe. I mean, Walmart sells a good. They have like it on end caps most of the time.
I don't go to Walmart really anymore.
I try not to. I hate that fucking place. I hate it. I hate it here. It is the worst place of all time. There's literally an Aldi like 4 minutes away from my house. I go there. I go to the other shop, the other supermarket.
Wait, that's not the one that you work at though?
Mm-mm.
That sucks.
I got a better deal. Let's put it this way. I got a better deal. That store is meh. Meh. There's
Trader Joe's now just opened.
There's one about 20 minutes away, I think. I've never been inside of Trader Joe's, I don't think. Have you? You go shop at Trader Joe's?
I went like the second day it was open.
Oh, okay. We have a neighborhood market, which is pretty close by. And every once in a while.
Wait, that's a Walmart?
That's a Walmart, yeah.
Okay.
That we pop into every once in a while.
Is that where you do your grocery shopping?
There and Aldi. If we need to do like major grocery shopping, we'll go to the big Walmart. There's Publix here too, so we go there.
Publix is expensive though. It's really expensive.
Those buy one get one free deals, bro.
Well, they have apparently their subs are really good.
Oh, amazing!
And their key lime pie is really good.
Buffalo chicken sub. Oh, so good.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to Giant around here and be like, yeah, I go to Giant for the subs.
No, Publix says because they have Boar's Head. So I mean,
Giant does too.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know. They do. I know Weis did.
Like Walmart does not sell Boar's Head. If you're not selling Boar's Head, don't even fuck around. Like let's be real here. If it ain't Boar's Head in the deli counter, fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you remember the milk store?
The milk store?
What was it on? Remember where Allen Park was? That place that was like a beer distributor on one side.
Farmdale Farms.
Yeah, it was. My grandma, my grandma called it the milk store.
Why, so you get milk there?
Yeah, I guess. But for my entire life, it was the milk store.
There used to be an Italian ice place next door. Didn't your brother work there?
The Italian ice store was inside the place. You used to buy the.
No, it was separate
No, there wasn't. It
at one
wasn't.
point.
No, it wasn't there. You're thinking of somewhere
Igloo
else.
Italian ices.
Was it there? No,
Yeah,
was
it
it?
was.
I used to buy the Italian ices from the little freezer in there. It used to come in a little cup.
No,
with
no,
the
no.
little,
This was like a Rita's kind of place. It was separate. It was like 2000 ish.
oh, maybe after now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I thought your brother worked there, didn't he?
that you were thinking of someplace else.
Didn't he work at an Italian ice place?
Yeah, that was down Main Street.
No, I think
Yes.
it was on. No,
No.
ask him. Call him up.
No, there's no Italian ice place next to the milk store. It was milk store and beer distributor.
There was.
No, there
It's not
wasn't.
there anymore. Yes, there was. I know there was. I went there.
I think you're mistaken.
No, I'm not mistaken. 100%. I would put money on that.
Next to the milk store?
Yeah.
That place still there, you think?
No, it's not.
Can't be, right?
No, I definitely not there.
Because the beer distributor was there for a long time.
Look here, I've got Igloo Italian Ices, 70 Motor Avenue.
Motor
Not
Avenue?
there, you.
That's not where it was.
Yeah, that's Allen Park. That's Motor Avenue. Is that road that goes past Allen Park?
Was it?
Dude, I lived like I could walk there. Yes.
There's a hang on a second.
By the way, that park completely redone.
No, I will never go back there anyway. So
I'm sure you won't, but it's huge now. It's got like football fields.
Yeah,
and
I see that.
And the skate park. Totally redone. Remember all the things that they talked about they were going to do for years? They finally did it. It only took 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, forever. They were fighting for shit for that place forever. I mean, I
You know,
liked it when I was a kid.
You can still find like vestiges of Superstar Video on Google. You know, like there's like old addresses.
So great.
Like you can still find like
Well,
there's a Yelp page for it. Yelp wasn't even around when it was open.
We didn't talk about the Jones Soda logo that I made.
No, we did not.
Wait, we have to put it up. Come on, we got to talk about it.
I don't have it downloaded on here.
Are you serious? You slacker. Hang on a second. I posted it on Facebook somewhere.
You might have.
No, I definitely did. Come on.
You might have. I don't know. What? I don't download pictures. You know who downloads pictures?
I don't download pictures. I make pictures.
Oh,
it's different. It's different, Mark.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's different. I make logos.
Well, I would have to download it.
I just sent it to you. Let's pop that sumbitch up. Let's go. Hey, look at our little Monkey Luck Productions logo. That's fancy.
I know they let me put a logo on for once. You used to have to pay to do shit like that.
Monkey Luck Productions.
Let's see here. I'll put the downloads. Nope, not that one. That one. Okay.
I have to admit, I surprised even myself with that one.
Do you remember the time? Do you remember the time Dan, your brother, was running and hit the shelf at like full fucking speed and force?
No, I don't.
It was like by the kids section. He hit his arm. It was fucking so bruised.
Doesn't surprise me. He was
I missed the fuck out of that place.
Me too. That's a whole nother podcast. It's just
we talked about it a little bit.
I know. I mean, just the
people these days, these kids, any kid younger than 20-ish, it doesn't know what a video store is. Barely even knows what a rental is, like a physical media.
No. And
what do you mean you had to go to a store? You couldn't just turn it on? No.
And, it ran its course. Man, do I miss the hell out of it? Yeah. There's nothing like that anymore. We used to just fucking sit there for hours.
I think that if some places tried, they could bring a video store back.
It's just an automatic losing money.
You think so? I think if you made it,
because
if it wasn't the only thing, you can't just do that. You would have to do other things. But you're telling me that if Redbox only has so many movies,
yeah,
They still do pretty well. People want physical media sometimes. In certain areas, it's definitely absolutely going to work.
I mean, what's the stop? I guess if you put a addendum on it, like say if you rent a movie and you don't bring it back within 15 days, you get your card charged for that movie, right?
Right.
And you have to
And
have a
you
credit card on
you'd have to
file.
just in the way that people have been saying, oh, movie theaters are going to go away because of home streaming. They're not going anywhere.
No, they're not going
But
anywhere.
but the ones that are successful are doing other things in addition to the movies. Fancier food, alcohol, things
Reclining
like that. You'd have to
seats, you know, the whole
differentiate.
shit.
You'd have to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
You really had to push because if you so you need to find the clientele that needs high def movies.
Yep.
Because if you're streaming, no matter what you're streaming in 4K, it's not true 4K.
No, because it's based on your internet, based on everything else too. I
And
mean,
the
it's
compression and all that.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
that's what that's the market that you'd really need to hit. Like you want the truest, best performance, but maybe you don't want to buy a $25 movie on Google. You might want to you'll rent it for $5 on
True.
Blu-ray. Even then, even on Google, if you own it, it's still not going to look that great. There's nowhere to rent a movie like that. You have to own it.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of things too. Like any of the Marvel movies, they just. I mean, some of them hold up pretty well, but even the Marvel TV shows, they aren't as like I want to own some of those. Like Hawkeye, I want to buy when that comes
They're
out.
not selling them.
Which is bullshit. I would want to buy that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, because I think there's still a market for Blu-rays. Because not how I mean, what are we talking? 2 discs? If
Yes,
that
that.
the episodes aren't that long, and you
There
could
was
pack it full of features.
they were not even 2 discs. It was 6 episodes, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if you're gonna do uncompressed, you probably want 2 discs would probably be a safe bet.
Yeah.
And knowing them, there's like 700 different languages. They could just put it all, just
And
slap
then,
it on.
a bunch of different cutscenes.
Spider-Man has extra stuff in it, I believe. The Spider-Man Blu-ray, so there is still a market for it.
Oh yeah, I mean you're gonna sell Blu. I'm gonna buy that fucking Blu-ray. You know that. we didn't talk about that either.
But Spider-Man.
Oh, did we? We didn't talk about it too much, did we?
No, we didn't. Well, a little bit because I had seen it. I haven't started Moon Knight yet. I am very hyped for Doctor Strange with the new trailer that dropped in between our last podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Very hyped for it. It finally got the PG-13 rating, so we knew that every movie's PG-13. Spider-Man, awesome. Batman's coming in 2 days.
Is it
to
2 days?
HBO Max.
No,
I believe it's the 15th. No,
18th.
18th. Excuse me, I'm incorrect. So I talked to somebody the other day. He said he saw it in the theater, and I was like, "Was it good?" He's like, "Yeah, it was really good." It's like I said, I didn't like the trailers. He's like, "I didn't either," but the movie was really fucking good. It's like a young year one Batman. He doesn't like Robert Pattinson either.
No, not many people do.
So he had two negatives going in. He didn't like the trailers, like me, and he also doesn't care for Robert Pattinson.
Did he like Morbius too? I don't think anybody likes Morbius.
No, it has an all-time worst drop.
Fucking terrible.
Apparently, there's a lot of hate, a lot of backlash for Jared Leto in the last couple months.
Because he's doing what Daniel Day-Lewis does.
No.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
No. This is different. This is like he's doing weird shit with girls.
Oh yeah, I knew that. That I'm talking about the movie stuff. Apparently his what do they call it?
Method acting.
Method acting. Apparently his method acting is a little bit fucking wonky.
Maybe. James Gunn a couple years ago implied that he's a pedophile.
Yes. So apparently he has parties over his house all the time. We never talked about this. But I remember reading about this not too long ago, where he would have like underage people over his house, like the cool guy.
Does he get away with it because he's good looking?
He's not even good looking. He looks like
to you, but apparently plenty of people out there think he's good looking.
Skeleton. He looks terrible.
I watched House of Gucci with him in it, and he escapes into the role, but it is kind of ridiculous. It's an okay movie. I enjoyed it.
What is Jared Leto's best movie?
Fight Club. Are we talking one that he stars in, or one that he is just in?
Well, I mean, I can tell you, like,
That's what I'm asking, because that's a
it's not fucking Suicide Squad. I can tell you that much.
no, but that's different question. So
Yeah.
he's a very bit part in Fight Club, but he's still in it. Is that the best? Is that his best movie? Or are we talking ones where he has at least a supporting actor role and not a glorified cameo?
I would say probably Dallas Buyers Club. Didn't he win an award for that?
I thought he won best supporting actor. That's definitely his best movie where he has a major role.
Requiem for a Dream. He was
yeah, I forgot he's in that. That's true.
My
it's
favorite.
A really good movie. Can't watch it really a lot though. It doesn't. It's very hard to watch. No, it's not that it doesn't hold up. It's just hard to watch.
I don't. It is weird. It's very like, what was his thing? That's Aronofsky, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The rock and roll cut, is that what he called it? Where it's everything's very like bang, 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 bang throughout the entire movie, like the way he cuts his scenes together.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's hard. It is hard to watch. I don't know. Uncomfortable to watch, I think, would even be better, because it's kind of like it fucks with your eyes so much that it's hard to watch. It is hard to watch, but it's uncomfortable at the same time.
You're talking physically hard to watch, like your eyes.
Yeah, it gets a little bit
physical thing, not just emotional. Hard draining, but it is also that.
I guess I don't know. I can detach myself from that part of it. I guess he also gets murdered by Christian Bale in American Psycho.
What has Aronofsky been up to lately?
I don't know.
I feel like he hasn't done anything in a while. I'm looking here, and he did that weird Mother movie.
Oh, that what's her name won? Didn't she win the best actor?
No, she did not. No, that was like that was so. Either you loved it or hated it.
Not that movie. That's not what I was thinking of. What's the
You're
one
thinking of the other one where she plays like the
broom?
The broom lady. I don't know the name of that one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Then he's working on a movie called The Whale with Brendan Fraser in it.
Yeah, I heard about this.
A 600-pound middle-aged man named Charlie tries to reconnect with his 17-year-old daughter. The two grew apart after Charlie abandoned his family for his gay lover, who later died, and then went on to binge eat out of pain and guilt. Brendan Fraser will be playing the 600-pound man.
That sounds so stupid.
It sounds weird. What happened to him after Black Swan? He had his pick of doing pretty much anything. Did Noah, which nobody was asking for.
No, nobody wanted to watch that.
I mean, it made money, but like nobody was asking for it. And we need a big budget Noah's Ark retelling, thanks. Then that weird Mother movie, and it's like basically dropped off the face of the earth.
You know, I think my favorite movie from him, and Black Swan is okay. That's a weird fucking movie. But the Wrestler, obviously, a great movie, solid. He didn't write it. He didn't write it.
Yeah, he didn't write it.
So that's why it was probably so good. But I mean, he's a weird writer, man. He's not really our kind of cup of tea, I guess.
Written by the guy who's also written Big Fan with the Patton Oswalt movie and Turbo. Yes, the kids movie. The Founder with Michael Keaton.
That was actually apparently a really good movie.
The Founder, I haven't watched it. And also wrote and create Pam and Tommy.
Oh, nice. That's a great. Actually, the one I've watched of it is really good.
I forgot that it was even on. See, when you're not on some of these services and with Disney Plus, if you're not constantly on those, you forget that these other shows are out there.
You do.
The social media world that I live in does not talk about a lot of these types of shows. If I don't hear it from you, I might. Oh shoot! I forgot that I wanted to watch that. That's what happens with Disney Plus. I don't use Disney Plus a lot, so I forget that I need to watch Mandalorian and Boba Fett
and Moon Knight.
I'm waiting for Moon Knight to finish.
Yeah, it's.
I forgot that I needed to finish What If. I just finished What If the other day.
I never finished it. I never actually watched it. I don't think.
It sets up, I think, for something in the future.
So Moon Knight.
There are 3 episodes in.
Yeah, today was 3rd episode, which I'm probably going to watch after I get off this podcast.
I'm hearing good things. It's very different from everything else.
Very weird. very strange, but I like it because
I
I
feel like
Moon
it's the
Knight, the
kind of
character.
show that needs 4 episodes to set up, and then the last 2 are bangers.
Yeah, so Moon Knight's one of my favorite characters, always has been. I'm trying
I
to think.
read the
What
20 I wanna say the 2017, uh, version of Moon Knight. They brought it back.
who was the writer? I can't remember
I
his
don't
name.
remember, but it was really good. It was like,
I'm trying to think. Volume 8.
I think it was volume 7 or volume 8.
Volume 7.
It was
Trying to
really
think.
good. By
Trying
the
to think.
way, I've started reading a lot more comics.
Warren
Uh,
Ellis. Warren Ellis wrote the
Hmm.
one. Warren Ellis wrote like a 6-episode arc of Moon Knight that got me like hooked. Sorry to interrupt,
That's
but
fine.
that was what brought me into Moon Knight. I don't know how long ago that was. I think that was volume 7. I think because it
Yeah, it
was
came out like 2015, 2016-ish.
something like that, and it was like, holy shit, this character is awesome. It was just bloody. It was a Marvel Knights thing, like how Daredevil was Marvel
Mhm.
Knights, where they could get away with some of that more risque kind of like, I'm gonna
Risque.
beat the shit out of someone. I'm gonna show a ton of blood, So it was much different Marvel comic. That was when they had their little spin-off. I haven't read a comic book. I couldn't even tell you how fucking long.
I got this nice app for reading things. I'm reading Zero Hour right
Oh.
now. Have you read 0 Hour?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
That's really good.
Couldn't tell you the last comic I actually read.
That's really good. And then there's this Doom miniseries.
Dune or Doom?
Doom Doctor, as in Doctor Doom.
Oh,
It's only say like 20 minutes. Really fucking good. Doctor Chief. There are so many really good Doctor Doom comic book storylines that if they choose to make him a villain, would be awesome
which
in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
so I know you're not a big fan of spoilers, but they allude to a little bit of Von Doomage in
In
Moon
Moon
Knight.
Knight?
Yes. So they
Okay.
allude to it a little bit. There's some Easter eggs in there. It's a really good show. It's really well written. I wouldn't say it's as well written as like Hawkeye, but it's also a completely different show.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it's
like
completely different.
it's fucking all over the place. I'm just wondering how they patch it all together and kind of you get the answers that you want.
Is
But you're only a couple episodes in.
aside from Eternals, it's been years where you can be like, yeah, it wasn't really that good. And I didn't hate Eternals. I didn't think it was terrible like I thought
No,
Batman vs Superman was. It was just messy.
it was so fucking long.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
just
like
messy
40
and
minutes too long.
long. It's just like Batman versus Superman.
And
So
what
I
a
trust Marvel.
phenomenal fucking cast that movie had too. And it was so long and just it was
It
apart.
needed
It was
2
just
movies.
it was disjointed. It was just it didn't fit together. Like, you take a movie, like you have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it just kind of like they just jammed it together. It just didn't work.
No, it didn't work. But you know what? And we were talking about this. There's been nothing with Thor. Thor comes out in July.
I
We
know,
haven't seen
really,
a trailer yet.
really weird. But that doesn't worry me because it's Taiki Waititi.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. I mean, we've
It's
seen
just
the toys.
It's just
The
straight,
toy
yeah.
leak just happened.
And Gore looks fucking awesome, which is weird because we were talking about Christian Bale, or I said Christian Bale about killing Jared Leto in American Psycho. But I just watched Dark Knight last night. I just put it on Netflix and I just watched it. He is. I don't want to say he's my least favorite Batman of all time.
He's better Bruce Wayne than Batman.
He's a better Bruce Wayne than Batman, but that is the trope that everybody falls into. Like, but Ben Affleck, for all his faults, and there are many, was a pretty damn good Batman. I'm sorry, he was. I know
Michael Keaton's the best Batman.
Michael Keaton is the best Batman, but he had
He's
the
worst Bruce
suit,
Wayne.
worst Bruce Wayne, worst suit of all time. That when he first of all, rubber suit, rips it off. I'm like, really? Come on, man.
It was the 80s.
It was so fucking lame. But like you have like the suit for Batman in like, and it was the only good part. He's one of the only good parts of those fucking movies. We need to talk about Ezra Miller too. Actually, we didn't talk about him. That was last week.
It got swept under the slapping.
I know
it was the same day.
Yeah,
and everybody forgot about that.
But there's more to it now. But
what,
no,
more about him. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
there's more about.
There was a TMZ video that somebody sent in of him dancing.
It's not him.
dancing.
They? Is it they?
they're dancing. I don't
Of they them
fucking
dancing?
stupid.
Yeah, it's gonna be them. I
They
can't.
they're dancing.
I don't want to offend people. I get your
I get it.
pronouns are they them, but I don't know what to use. So
Them
no,
dancing.
I don't mean any offense to that community, but I just don't know what to use. So I'm just gonna say Ezra Miller and he. I'm sorry in advance.
So, but anyway, like
He's
I
a piece
said,
of shit.
he's a piece of shit. He is 100% a piece of shit, and they should just replace him with Grant Gustin and be done with it. I don't fucking care. I don't even care how
You
disjointed
could even
or
write it into the movie's been delayed. You could even make it happen so that this is the new Flash now. Oh, it's different. It doesn't have to make 100% sense.
you know what would be. You know what? Honestly, if they were like, you know what, fuck it, CW knows what the fuck they're doing. Let's just make movies out of these guys. You know, give them a fucking budget. I'm sure Stephen Amell would come back and play Green Arrow tomorrow. You know what? If they gave
Maybe
him the
he's
money.
really working on heels.
Well, yeah, I know, but and Heels, and you never watched it, did you?
I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. I have watched it.
It's really fucking good. I really truly enjoy that show. But I think I think he said too, like when COVID happened and he was going to film that show and he was in lockdown, he actually reached out to Berlanti and said, "Hey man, you know, I'd be willing to come back if you could figure something out, you know, something like along those lines." Never happened, obviously, because Heels, everything worked out, blah blah blah.
The whole universe needs a reboot with different heroes.
I think
Flash has run its course. Legends of Tomorrow's run its course.
Legends of Tomorrow it needs to be rebooted with new people and just keep doing it because it's such a great
That's
concept.
basically what they've kind of done. They just keep adding little people.
Yeah, and it's such a great concept. That show is great.
The Arrowverse as a whole, I think, needs to be done.
You have Superman and Lois, but what
Does
they
anybody
did,
watch that? Does anybody watch these shows?
they renewed it again. So I mean, I guess so. Batwoman is on the bubble. I don't think that's going to get renewed because I mean, whatever. But
is it on the bubble? The HBO Max? I guess the HBO Max numbers would be telling for that. It is on HBO Max now, and the ratings are actually better. The season 3 finale was better than the season 2 finale. So maybe that's a positive.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched the CW show in a long. I haven't even watched Flash, to be honest with you.
I'll wait for it to pop on Netflix.
I don't know.
Netflix still owns Flash.
That season with the Mirror Master thing was so.
Yeah, I know. They've run out of villains, and I can't believe they're still bringing it back. Like it's been renewed, right?
Oh yeah, it's coming back. I think
it was just renewed for a 9th season. What is coming? What are we doing here?
Well, you know, that's the thing about like with Arrow. He knew when it was time to be done. He knew, like he's like we've told all the stories we wanted to tell. I went to jail.
With the 9th season, it is now the official longest lasting Arrowverse show. So it's now the Flashverse. Sorry, it lasted the longest.
It's always going to be the Arrow CW verse, you know, for whatever it spawned off all these fucking shows. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed them in their time. Like when Arrow was on, I watched all of them, and now I don't watch any of them.
They got to build on other characters now. Like Marvel is doing that with the shows.
Yes,
they have plenty of characters they could build TV shows on.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of those characters are like you're talking. What characters are you going to build on now that they haven't already done? Like Titans is already done. You know, like a Doom Patrol show would have probably worked on a CW or something.
Nah, Doom Patrol needs to be fucking weird. Okay, it needs to get dark and weird.
That is a weird fucking show.
What could work? You have to use more minor characters. None of the major big ones. You know, the Trinity as they call it, or any of the Green Lantern's not going to work on TV. Okay.
Well, they're trying.
It's not going to work. It would just need a big budget to do what it needs to be done.
I think they're trying to do it with Diggle.
Really?
I think so. I think that's what they're trying to do. I don't know how.
Is he still like on one of the shows?
Well, they're actually. I guess they're making a new show. They're apparently making a Justice U. I don't know how true this is. Don't hold me to this. New Arrowverse Green Lantern series at the CW. There you go.
I don't
So
know.
that's a new CW show based around Green
You could give
Lantern.
me like, oh, I'm not gonna do it now because he's in a movie, but like a Doctor Fate show would have been funky.
Yeah, Dr. Fate, they did a little bit on Smallville. And that was like really the show that started all of this shit anyway. Like Smallville was the one that really lit all this together. And it was like the weirdest show. If you're a Superman fan, you're like, what the fuck? Like looking back, you're like he was never
flew.
He was never Superman until the
No.
very last episode. That's the only time he ever flew. He jumped high and like ran really fast, but he never flew.
Oh. You know what would be a really good show? Booster Gold.
Yes, they tried that though. Didn't work. I mean, well, they had him on. I think he was on Smallville, and they wanted to spin it off, and they couldn't figure out how to do it. That was like gotta be.
He was in the digital comic for Smallville, I think. No, he was kind of appears.
He was on 10. He was on episode 10. No, I'm sorry. He was in season 10, episode 18.
Yeah, Berlanti and Kreisberg did a Booster Gold show.
Yeah.
Submitted a script and it never went to.
Yeah. They tried.
Yeah, that would be because he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and then Booster Gold and if I remember correctly, Booster Gold and Blue Beetle kind of were like a team.
But now they're being a Blue Beetle movie.
Is it a movie or a show?
I don't know. You sent me that link. I thought it was like the Blue Beetle star. I'm like, the star? It's not even out yet. I mean, what are you talking about here?
I wouldn't call it a star until it's actually good. That's kind of the way that goes. But he's a good. I mean, good for him. He's going to be in another movie?
They need to reboot the Arrowverse because it needs to be, or just get rid of it. They did it with HBO Max. Peacemaker.
Oh, superb!
Just give me more short shows like what they're doing with the Marvel.
They don't even need a second Peacemaker season. Honestly, I want it.
They're doing it.
I know. I want it, but they don't need to do it.
No, we don't need to do it. You know what we do need though, and it won't happen. I need 6 episodes of Spider-Man when nobody knows who the fuck Peter Parker is. I need a 6-episode show of that. That would be fantastic.
They're making a cartoon in the same universe.
No, I need Tom Holland. I need 6 episodes of that. You're telling me that they can't come up with something that would be fucking enormous? A Spider-Man show with Tom Holland. Just setting up a future movie would be fantastic.
You know how expensive that would be to film?
You know what? Disney doesn't even give a shit. Have you seen
the numbers from No Way Home? They really shouldn't give a shit because that movie made a gajillion dollars.
It's not just they have the process now where they do the fucking super green screens.
True.
And I'm sure the budget is not nearly as high.
I don't know what the budget for that movie was, but you have to think.
You can film everything in a giant studio, and the screens make everything look like you're there. So what's the budget for like a Mandalorian season 2?
There is no way that the budget for No Way Home was just $200 million. That can't be right.
Well, the marketing alone is probably $200 million.
I just typed in No Way Home budget. It said $200 million.
Let's see here. $100 million. Each episode of Mandalorian is about $12.5 million. Even if you double that, that's still about what Game of Thrones season 8 cost, and that was garbage.
No, it was a hot mess.
You would have the hype. The hype for a Spider-Man would be through the fucking roof. There aren't many things that grab the attention of everybody on the internet that if you did a 6-episode Spider-Man show, that's just my 2 cents.
Well, and like you look at a movie like No Way Home, that the hype that movie got, it's a long movie too. No
longer than Avengers Endgame though.
I know, but you're talking about, and it was really an ensemble movie if you think about it. As many characters were in that movie, but it was made for roughly $200 million, let's say, and it almost made $2 billion.
Yeah, what's it at now? It's at 1.9.
Yeah, 1.9.
So it's the 6th highest grossing movie of all time. During COVID, no less. COVID was fucking, if it didn't, it would be easily over 2, I think.
Nah, COVID's over.
Not when it came out. Remember, this was December we're talking. It was still kind of high.
But it kind of ended. But that movie was in the theater for I don't even know how fucking long. I saw
Right.
it in the theater. I mean, I saw it what, a month and a half ago? It was
By
still in
the
the movie
way,
theater in
number
March.
Lion King, the live action Lion King is 8th all time. What the
Really?
fuck?
I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen it either. I didn't realize it was so high on this list. Jesus
What's
Christ.
number one?
Well, you know what number 1 is.
Is it Avengers?
Avatar.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Avatar is number 1. Avengers Endgame. This is lifetime worldwide gross. Avatar is number 1.
Yeah, you're right though. If COVID, I mean, there's people that still fear that, but I mean, that movie we saw it on like a weird like a weekday, like on a Thursday afternoon, like after the kid got out of school, we took him to go see it, and that movie theater was fucking packed for like a Thursday at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I mean, weird, but then again, like it's finally things are starting to open up a little
I mean, you're
bit.
talking. It's just Spider-Man. All the other big ones.
Wow, it's
All the other.
Spider-Man, but
Yeah,
it had a bunch of other people in it.
but
You
all the
know,
other big Marvel movies are Avengers movies. And then Black Panther is even below Age of Ultron. So it's a Spider-Man movie, just Spider-Man. I get it. There are other people in it, right? Black Panther has other people in it too. Not anybody crazy,
no,
but all the other ones are big Avengers. This is not like one of those. We've been waiting 6 movies for this movie. It's
no,
just Spider-Man: No Way Home.
but it was so like
It
the
was fan
rumors,
service at its
yeah,
absolute best.
yeah, and like the rumors, the talk about it, it was just like
The leaks,
insane.
it got pushed back because of COVID. Just there's a lot going on about it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that went into that
You're
movie.
talking usually the third in a series is not the highest grossing.
No, never. And usually the third movie in a series is terrible. I mean, that movie. So look at Spider-Man 3, the original. Look how bad that movie. I mean, I want to say it's bad. It's got emo Peter Parker. It's got a really bad Venom take. It's got a really bad, Goblin take. It's not a great movie. Okay, but and it was convoluted because they added all these characters in that Raimi didn't want to add in. So now you look at this movie and there's a shit ton of characters, but they handled it the way they were supposed to. They left you hanging a little bit. Peter Parker. They
Right? Do
had.
they go back to their universes and are they still alive?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know. Are
So
we going to get a sequel? Are we going to get Old Man Spider, Old Man
uh,
Spidey with Tobey Maguire? What else is he doing?
I want it so bad, dude. I'd be first in line at the movie theater to see that fucking movie.
It'd be great, right?
I did. There wasn't enough Tobey Maguire for me. Andrew Garfield really stole that show.
Well,
He
I
was
think
great. He was phenomenal.
they definitely like, look, we're gonna make it up to you. We're sorry that you had to deal with these 2 shit movies. And then Sony had to be a bunch of dicks and cancel the third one because you no-showed an event.
Yeah. I mean, and the sad part is the first movie, the first Amazing Spider-Man, it actually isn't bad.
It's not great.
It's not great, but it's not bad. The second one is just a hot mess. It's a garbage movie. And he actually made me want to see a third movie.
Right.
He
I
was
know,
really
right?
good. He was really
For a
good.
long time, I wasn't a fan because he stunk.
And I forgot that what's her name died in the second movie. I did
Yeah.
not remember that. I forgot because I haven't watched it in a while. And
There's
I
no
forgot
Mary Jane in that
those movies.
universe,
Gwen
in the
Stacy.
Amazing Universe.
And who knows? 3 was supposed to, because wasn't it supposed to be
Right. She got cut out.
She got cut out. So, when he saves MJ in the No Way Home movie, and he's like almost crying, it was kind of like, holy shit. Why were you such an idiot back then? I guess the fame and shit got to his head. He's just, being kind of a dick. But, they're never going to make
press
that
boards
movie.
are relentless.
Oh, I know. And he was playing one of the most iconic characters of all time.
Right.
And in a universe that didn't exist yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot different. Like Tobey Maguire too. He made those 3 movies, and the 4th one got canceled because the 3rd one was just utter garbage. And I'm sure he's probably
Too many villains, obviously.
Way too many villains.
That's always usually the problem is that it's too many villains where you have to introduce them.
So that's why this movie worked well, is because
we knew the villains.
You knew all of them already.
It's like Avengers worked because there was all these individual movies leading up to them. But if you had to just introduce all these villains to people who didn't know them, I don't think it would have worked.
No, and then you have like they didn't introduce like an overarching villain in this movie. It was just kind of like how do we fix this problem that we created? There was no villain to fight. It was like it was a race against the clock, you know, putting shit back together the way it was supposed to be. And it was honestly, it's sad. I mean, the movie's sad at the end.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer of an ending.
It's a bummer ending, and you don't expect that from a Spider-Man movie, especially this general series that they put together, which has always been like happy and whatever, other than like, you know, him, you know, idolizing Tony Stark who dies, you know, shit like that. But
so I was just thinking about it. How many movies that have been pretty far in the development process for as far as a superhero sequel that ended up getting canceled? I feel like there's an awful lot of them. Like there was supposed to be another Batman after Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
There was supposed to be another Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Well, there's supposed to be another Batman after Batman Returns that Michael Keaton was supposed to be in, but he didn't want to do it. He read the script, he said it was terrible, he didn't want to do it.
Right, that one, and then there was supposed to be a third Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Did you know who was supposed to play Robin in that Batman 3 movie?
Yeah, Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans.
He was cut out of 2. He still gets checks from Batman Forever.
Damn right, he should. Batman Forever? Was he in Batman Forever? I'm sorry,
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns, yeah, I was going to say. That is the weirdest casting of all time.
What, him as Robin?
Yes. Very weird cast. I mean,
maybe it could have worked. I don't know.
I want to see it. There has to be video of that somewhere. I want to see it.
Marlon Wayans Robin. I don't know if he was actually filmed in it. They definitely dropped it. I don't think there's actually filming in it. There's no pictures.
No,
just like fan artwork.
Yeah, these are all fake.
But you see that a lot. You see that a lot. Like Marvel doesn't really Marvel doesn't cancel a movie. Okay, so they have everything planned out. But before Marvel, things they thought, you know, this is going to do good, we're going to do another one kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that kind of dropped. There are lost movies out there. I'm sure they would have done a second Suicide Squad too, if the first one hadn't been such a flop.
And then James Gunn made arguably one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, what a great movie. I mean, it spun off Peacemaker. It's going to spin off something else. I want a fucking Weasel movie or a TV show. I want to see Weasel in a TV show.
Maybe like 2 episodes. Maybe not very many. There was supposed
when he licks the fucking window. Oh, dude, I died laughing. Oh, so fucking good.
There was supposed to be a Justice League Dark movie.
I remember. With
there was a Hellboy 3. There was supposed to be
no. Hellboy 2 is terrible.
There was supposed to be what am I thinking of? It was definitely canceled. Batman Year One, but they were also real close to filming a Justice League movie at the same time.
Yeah, they canceled a lot of movies.
By George Miller.
Superman, what was it? Superman Lives that Kevin Smith wrote with Nicolas Cage. Yeah, because there's pictures of the suits and stuff from that Justice League movie with George Miller. Like DJ Cortana was supposed to play Superman, and I forget who was supposed to play
Justice League Mortal. The writer strike held it
Batman.
Up, and then Dark Knight Returns was so huge they were like, we don't want to fuck this up.
No,
but it was George Miller. Can you imagine a George Miller directed Justice League? That would have been fucking awesome.
It would have, or it would have been terrible. One or the other.
You don't think it would have been good? They had people cast.
So remember James Cameron's Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, that was in the 80s.
No,
let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
This was the 90s.
That was early 90s? Yeah, let's not talk about 90s. That. It was supposed to be weird.
Oh, that was going to be a fucking weird one. There's supposed to be an X-Men Origins Magneto.
Let's see. Justice League Mortal.
Yeah. All right. So if any, supposed to have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter. The story revolved around Maxwell Lord and Talia al Ghul attempting to destroy the League with one of Batman's satellites and an army of cyborgs.
Yeah. So Adam Brody was going to be the Flash.
Yes.
DJ Catrona was supposed to be
Cortona. Yeah.
Cortona.
was supposed to be Batman,
Petrona
right?
was supposed to be Batman, and Megan Gale was supposed to be Wonder Woman. I don't know who that is. Who's Megan Gale?
Wasn't
I
she
don't know who that
in?
is.
Wasn't she just in Shazam?
She was in Mad Max Fury Road. So there you go.
It's out there. Well,
Common was supposed to be Green Lantern.
weird one.
John Stewart, Black Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Jay Baruchel was supposed to be Maxwell Lord, the villain.
That's a weird cast.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a weird casting. Army Hammer was supposed to be Bruce Wayne. Yeah, how would that have? What would that have been?
So I guess the
Anton Yelchin was also supposed to be in this
Rest
as
in
the
peace.
Flash Wally West version.
Okay, so here's the. It was supposed to be Batman Continues. Was I guess the third movie. It would have been Tim Burton's canceled third film would have been the same as Batman Forever, except with a darker tone. The return of Catwoman, Two-Face, and the Riddler, played by Billy D. Williams and Robin Williams. But after parents complained that Batman Returns was too dark for their kids, Burton left the franchise with Michael Keaton following suit. Fucking parents. Cares. Was it for you? Nicholas Cage.
I want to see. They should have animated this fucking Justice League Mortal movie. That's what they should have done.
They should do a table read of that movie. I want to know what happens
with
there.
not Army Hammer though.
I mean, I don't care. At this point, I don't give a shit. He's hiding somewhere in like Hawaii, eating.
He was
bones.
in what's that movie that just came out on HBO Max? Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
He's in that, and so is what's her name from Black Panther, who's also kind of like, what the fuck? She plays Shuri. You know what I'm talking about.
You talking about the one from Walking Dead?
No, she's
Letitia Wright. Yeah, she's canceled.
She's not quite canceled yet, but we're getting there.
It's got Gal Gadot in it though, so I mean, and Kenneth Branagh. We were gonna watch it. It starts off really, really slow.
What?
Death on the Nile.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch it.
It starts off kind of slow. It's kind of long too.
I like the Murder on the Orient Express.
I like the
70s version.
No. I like I like that kind of movie, but Haley doesn't. So it's kind of like one of those things where I would have to like watch it by myself probably.
Oh, I'm the opposite here. I cannot watch that one without her because she likes those kinds of movies.
So yeah, she
doesn't like mystery movies.
Oh really?
No. I'm asking you. Haley doesn't like.
No, she gets bored. I don't know. That's me. That's a me thing. No, I'm more like into shit like that.
When she's trying to go to bed, okay. I'm trying to watch something I know I'm trying to watch something I know she has zero interest in. Inevitably, it comes to some action movie that's always really fucking loud, and she's like, "Can you not? I'm trying to." I said the other day, and we'll wrap it up on this. I watched the one the other day.
Yeah, that terrible fucking Jet Li movie.
I was like, Netflix has this under 90-minute category. I'm okay, it's in there. I'll just watch it. It's not the. I was like, there's not a lot of guns in this movie. It's all guns. It's all guns. And the movie doesn't make any sense. And there's like 8 pages of dialogue, and it literally just goes full force. I feel like they cut 30 minutes out of that movie of exposition and stuff. It just goes hard, and it doesn't make any sense.
Does that movie have time travel in it, or am I thinking of something else?
It has multiverse in it.
Yeah.
So it's like up my alley. It's multiverse.
Yeah, you do like your time travel shit.
The story is great. Okay, Jet Li is going around killing other Jet Lis to become the one Jet Li, like Highlander. The story is great, but the execution is so bad. Jason Statham's in that movie. Did you know that?
I remember that, yeah.
With a weird accent and hair.
Yeah, he was young in that movie.
I'm on this weird Jason Statham kick because I also watched Snatch recently.
He's a great fucking actor.
Snatch, by the way, holds up so well and is really fucking good. I don't know if you watched it recently.
It's been a long time, but I might have to keep it.
It's on Netflix, I think, till the end of the month. It holds up so well. And it might even be better now than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, because I don't think people got it 20 years ago. Guy Ritchie is an acquired taste. I like Guy Ritchie movies, but now I think he's more. I think if people watch his movies now, they understand it a little bit more. Like they would appreciate that kind of stuff a little bit more.
It is so good. I was like, man, this should be higher up on my favorites list. This is
Speak,
really fucking good.
Speaking of something I appreciate, and I know you're not a huge horror guy. I know we
Sometimes I don't like
so
gore, gore fests.
no, and I kind of turned a page a little bit. So I was reading something about no, I actually listened to a podcast with Rahul Kohli, who's like an actor, and he's in this show, I guess this like limited series called Midnight Mass, and I was talking to you
Oh,
about it.
right. You've been talking to me about it. Apparently, it's gaining a ton of traction lately.
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't know
why.
why. I don't know why, but I just decided to watch it. I was like, you know, I'm
Because
gonna
I've
watch
seen
this.
people talking about it on Reddit as well.
I was like,
So,
I'm just gonna I'm gonna put it on. It's fucking weirdest shit I've ever seen. It's so
but
it
is
was
it good?
oh, it's really fucking good. But you don't like something got me. I don't know if you're gonna watch it or not.
Is it? Have you watched Evil?
Yeah, we talked about Evil.
Have you finished seasons 1 and
No,
2?
no, never,
I
never.
mean,
got
that's
there.
fucking good.
So this
So if
this
it's on that level, I probably will enjoy it.
it's
Because
like
Evil is fucking weird.
it's a very subtle like horror movie. So I'll tell you one thing about it. So Hamish Linklater, probably
They push
what,
you.
what? Probably the greatest role of his life. He's outstandingly
Who's
phenomenal.
Hamish Linklater?
He remember the Adventures of Old Christine?
Kind of. I never really watched it though.
He was the brother. He's
The
been another
fucking-
shit.
What kind of a name is Hamish?
I don't
That
know.
poor child.
Hamish Linklater. But
Whatever.
he's so good at this fucking show, man. He's been in other shit recently, but I couldn't tell you what. He's been a bit player in some things, but he plays this priest who comes in, like he said, the original priest, he's like, oh, he's not coming back. And it's the whole story unfolds. And I told you, I was like, I don't know what this fucking show is about. I have no idea. And then you find all this stuff out, and you're like, this fucking show's about vampires. But it's
Salem's Lot.
But it's not about vampires. Never once in the entire show did they mention the word vampire. And like me, I'm like, how do you not understand this is fucking vampires? Like,
It's just like all the movies. They're like they're coming back to life, and there's the zombies, but they never say that they're zombies.
Yeah,
obviously it's zombies.
These are not zombies by any
Right, I get it,
stretch.
but there's a lot of things like, what is going on? It's like it's zombies, you dumbass. It's like,
But
it's in the culture now.
It's a very subtle horror movie, like a horror anthology series, I should say. It's got a really good cast. It's not really an anthology series.
But it's not bloody horror.
No, and he's made House on Haunted Hill. Is that the name of it? I can't remember the name of the other one.
The dude, Mike Flanagan?
Mike Flanagan.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House, sorry. Yeah, so he made that one too. So he uses a lot of the same actors in a lot of these shows. And it's just honestly, I recommend it. It was really fucking good. The last episode's phenomenal. Like it's
only what, 8 episodes, 9 episodes?
Yeah, I think it's
7 episodes.
7 episodes. Yeah, it's not long.
Well, I need something to watch, so
it's really good.
Is it loud?
Not really. Not really. I mean, it's got its loud moments, but you'll see him coming. It's got Zach Gilford from Friday Night Lights in it.
Watch Friday Night Lights. You know everything about TV actors and things, and that's like my. You'll be like,
I do.
And like, what?
I'd be really good on like a TV show, like fucking quiz show about random TV actors.
Did you know Hamish Linklater was in Adventures of Old Christine without looking it up?
Yes.
Jeez.
I was like, where do I know him from? He looks familiar. He seems to be funnier in the other thing I remember. And he's not funny in this at all. And it's like, what I learned by the reason why I watched it is because what I heard about Mike Flanagan is like, he only lets the actors do 3 takes at all. Like they can't do more than 3 takes. So
it seems kind of odd.
But if you watch the show, if that guy did the show in 3 takes, he's the greatest actor of our generation. Because I mean, there's like a thing he gives like this diatribe out in one of the episodes, and it's like fucking 10 minutes long, and he just keeps talking, and it's like he doesn't miss a beat. It's insane. Like the writing's really good, and usually I'm not a huge, you know me, I'm not a psychological horror movie guy. I like.
Well, it more? It's like they throw these things into horror, and they're more thriller than horror.
No, it's horror. It's more of a horror vibe. You'll notice. You'll see things start to happen, like as it progresses, and you'll once you see like there's like little subtle things like the. I don't want to give it away because I want you to watch it because
Okay, well, I
I think it's
watch it.
really
Maybe
I
I'll
think it's
watch
really
it and we'll
fucking
talk about it.
yeah. We'll talk about it next week. It's really fucking good, and watch you come back and you hate it.
I mean, I might. You never know with me.
No, I think you'll like it. I think it's really good. The writing's really good. You
I've
know,
never
like
seen any of these things here, but I've heard of them. Like
Oculus, I hear is really fucking good.
he did the Ouija movie,
Yeah, I don't know about that
which
one,
is
but
weird, but apparently it was like it made money.
apparently it's pretty well received from what I remember.
82% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is kind of weird for a movie based on a board game.
He did Oculus, which every time I type in Oculus into like Google, I get the fucking headset. I don't want the headset.
Right there. This bad boy. The Oculus Quest right here. Right there.
So Oculus was like 75% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So yeah, he's getting good reviews. He's probably taking junk and making, chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Chicken salad and
As
chicken
they
shit.
say. But he did Doctor Sleep.
He did a movie called Hush too, which is 93%. He did
Hush.
Doctor Sleep.
Hush, the Batman story.
That would be a great movie to make.
Yeah, it would
Think
be.
about that.
See,
Fuck.
that's the thing. We've talked about it before. They need to just do one-offs of famous comics. They do it animated wise, but I think live action would work with some of them.
Yeah, I think it depends on who you cast in these roles. You know, it
Just
depends.
give a one-off. Like we know who Batman is. Hush would be great. Do a one-off. Give it to somebody who play Batman but doesn't want to do it long-term, but would do it for like a movie or the short series. That would be awesome. Let's do it. Sign it up. $1 million idea.
You know what I want to
$1
see?
billion.
I want to see with this Batman, like the Robert Pattinson Batman, because obviously they're going to make another one, right? It was pretty successful. I mean, it got pretty good reviews. I want to see them build that universe where they actually find, Hush. It was Tommy, whatever his name is. I can't remember his last name. And they actually do that storyline. I think that would be an interesting build.
Well, we'll see what they do.
You never know.
No.
You never know.
But they could do. I mean, they could do the same in the Marvel universe too. They could just do a one-off.
And we could edit with Batman. This was a Batman centric episode, but
Not really.
Dark Knight. Well, we talked about Batman a lot.
Batman.
But I said it yesterday. Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face would have been a great villain for Dark Knight Rises. I don't know why they killed that character off. There had to be something else to it because he was phenomenal.
Aaron Eckhart doesn't want to curse in movies, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Neil McDonough won't kiss anybody or have sex scenes in movies, right?
Well, who cares about him though?
One of the greatest villain character actors of our time.
Aaron Eckhart always regrets swearing in films.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. It's like he feels like there's a better way to say. There's a better, more colorful way or a smarter way to say than swearing.
Well,
Maybe, but we're talking about you're playing a fucking character. God damn it! And cursing, you can say a lot. I can say a lot with fuck. It's one word. The way I say it, the inflection, the tone in my voice, I can say it a lot of different ways other than having sex, which is what it is, or whatever. Yeah. But the way and how you say it, like fuck. It's one word. Now, how many words can do that? Not many.
Not many.
Shit.
That was me. I was just pissed that he kind of seemed wasted. It seemed like a wasted role. Like they didn't curse in those movies anyway. But
no, he didn't.
But
he doesn't do sequels, and he was not.
He was good.
He was not really the best choice, I don't think.
I liked it. I liked him in it.
All right.
I thought he played good, but whatever. I think it was just a waste. I think I liked the way they created that character, but.
All right, we're out of here.
That's it.
The extra long episode because we weren't here last week.
Marc and JD on everywhere.
Yes. Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Amazon podcasts, wherever. I don't know why. A lot of people are finding us there, so keep finding us there. That's cool.
Find us there. We're there.
All right. Make sure you give us a sub or a like or whatever, a follow on our Instagram of Marc and JD, Twitter Marc and JD, Twitch Marc and JD, Facebook Marc and JD, TikTok, JD's not nice. No, JD's mostly nice. I'm sorry. Mostly, we're upgrading him. He's improving himself and finding happiness.
Yes. No, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
Better yourself and
Remember,
have
better yourself and have happiness. We'll see you next time. Possibly next week. Who knows? We don't know. I
We
don't
don't
know
know.
anymore.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
It is what
soon.
it is.
We'll see you soon, friends.
See you soon. Bye bye.
See you soon.